Alright guys, I hope you can hear me over the sound of the 3D printer. It's up there working away, doing its thing. But I have 3D printed a little tool holder for holding my Stockade tool for making turnouts. I posted on the Model Rail Radio and a couple other sites that I printed this little rail jig, and it's just for this number 6 code 55 N scale turnout Fastrax jig that I had. These are the lengths that I cut everything to, and it just lets me lay them in real quick and cut them to length easily. We're trying to put them, trying to fit a length of rail, especially on these curved point rails and stuff. It can be a little more challenging because you kind of have to fit it and hold it in at the end of there and kind of gauge where your cutters are going to go, and then lift it out of there and cut it. And this, you can just slide it in until it hits the end of the stop. And basically, I got the idea from Tim's tiebreaker jig, which you do the same thing with the ties. You just slide them in and nip them all off, and then I just take a file and file them right in the tiebreaker, and they come out beautiful. I've got some right down here that are all just snipped off of the fret that came for the copperhead ties. So I haven't really tried this little jig out, but I'm going to show you what my problem is with the Stockade tool, which it's not really a problem, it's just something of a limitation for myself. So when you put this in here, and I don't use a belt sander, I can see I bought this whole pack of stuff, all the ties and the rails and everything. I bought it used, and I can tell that he used a belt sander on this because I bought another set of just these tools from Tim some time ago, and this one I've used, and I've only ever used a hand file on it, and you can tell that the surface there is much different. That one's been belt sanded. It's a lot rougher, and this one's beautiful as it comes from Tim. It's got, yeah, some wear marks and stuff from the file hitting it, but that's about it. So, but my problem has always been, because I hand file, so this is the point end where the point's going to nestle, and that's the end you go deep on, and then you taper it up, and so you're filing like this, and I have pretty fat hands, and so my thumb's always getting up here in the way, or I'm holding it tight like this, and my fingers start cramping up. So, and I've got, as you can see from the bundles here, I've got 15 sets of rails all cut to length that I've got to file the stock rail in. So my idea for this little thing was, let me get stuff out of the way here, was that I can just put the file down. So this just has a notch in it, and I can slide the jig in there, okay? And now I've got a big handle that kind of fits my hand and gets my hand down away from where I'm filing at. Or if my hand gets tired, I can just lay it on the table or near the edge of the bench, and I can be out here, and I did tighten those down, and I can, file on it this way, and it keeps my fingers out of the way. And I've got an edge here where I'm not, I can run, it's plastic, it's not going to hurt the teeth on the file, which kind of looks like I'm getting ready for a new file. But it just takes some of the stress off my hand, because after I've been out here filing on these for half the night, this hand is all cramped up from hanging onto this little block, and that's the only thing it's for. It's not really, doesn't really do anything for speeding up your track making. It just makes it a little bit easier on old guys if you have arthritic hands, or can't hold small stuff, or can't do it for a long time. And I find that I work better doing stuff in a assembly line fashion. So I'll sit here and spend an evening just filing all the stock rails, and then I'll spend another evening filing all the points, and then another evening filing all the frogs, and then start assembling all the frogs, and just well, you'll spend another evening just straightening everything out and pre-bending the rails and getting them all flattened out. So that is what this is for, and I'm thinking just from this little bit of use, it looks pretty good. I'm sure that it can be refined a little bit. I mean, you could put feet on it, you could coat the bottom with silicone or something to make it stick. You could put a little lip here so that it grabs the edge of your bench, or an angled something. But there's all sorts of stuff you could do with 3D printing to make yourself little fixtures and stuff. And I mean, that's held in there pretty good. It will pull out. It's got a little lip here on the front edge that kind of wraps around, so it slides in real easy from the sides, but it can't really cock up and pop out of there. So it's held in place really good, but it's real easy to remove it as well and get it in and out. So that is what that is about. And this one, because it's two-sided and I put the rails in both sides, I can't do that, but the points seem to file much faster. Frogs and points seem to file much faster than this stock rail does. I spent a lot more time filing on it, trying to get the taper right so that it runs out here. So I will put this design up on Thingiverse. It was designed in Fusion 360 is how I designed it, and I'll throw a link of that into there, and so you guys can have that design in case you want to modify it, or sell them, whatever you want to do. But that's just one of the little things that I make 3D printing, so it's a lot of fun. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.